Before we get started with measuring liquid densities, part A of the experiment, I want to talk about the different types of glassware that is used in chemistry and why we use certain pieces of glassware depending on how accurate or precise of a measurement we want to make. The first piece of equipment I have here is a beaker. Beakers are used for approximate measurements. As you can see, even a beaker on its label says approximate volume. So if you wanted to measure, say, 20 mils of a solution, you could pour 20 mils into that beaker up to the 20 mil mark, and you would be sure that it's about 20 mils. We have other pieces of equipment that help us to measure more accurately or precisely the amount of volume that we want, and I have chosen here a 50 mil grad cylinder. It has it can be used, you can use it to measure things a little more accurately. In fact, on the side of the graduated cylinder, it shows you that it measures to plus or minus 0.5 milliliters. A lot of the more accurate pieces of glassware will show you exactly what their tolerances are. I've picked also a 10 mil graduated cylinder here, and it has, it doesn't show us exactly the tolerance that it has, but as you can see, when we compare it to the 50 mil grad cylinder, it has more graduations per milliliter than the 50 mil grad cylinder. See, between 45, the 50 mil grad cylinder only has a mark at every milliliter, whereas a 10 mil graduated cylinder has a graduation mark at every 0.1 milliliters. So we can more accurately measure a volume with the 10 mil grad cylinder than we do with the 50 mil grad cylinder. We also use, when you're doing analytical chemistry, you want to have very exact amounts of things, and I've chosen a 10 mil pipette here. These are engineered such that they contain exactly 10 mils. When you fill this pipette to its called a fiduciary mark, to this mark here, where and pipettes also often show you how accurate they are, and this one is showing us that it's accurate within 0.02 milliliters, much more accurate than, say, a beaker or a graduated cylinder.